guarantee you this juice that I'm about to make will get rid of any colds, any sinus infections, anything. Natural. I guarantee it. Stand that. My brother just had the flu. Couldn't find shit to cure him. I made this juice for him the same day. And 2 hours he called me and said, man, what you gave me, that shit got me sweating, got me feeling a lot better. Yeah, I stand on it. You need a vitamin boost shots or whatever I want to do. I stand on this juice. Watch me now. Gotta use at least one of these, maybe two. Throw the rest away. Okay. All right. Throw it away. It's supposed to be brown on the inside. Here you go. Leave that on there. Throw him in there. Girl, some of my throat messed up. Sinuses or whatever, but the bigger picture is when either one of those are messed up, you can't keep smoking weed like you're gonna be fine. It don't work like that. Weed is making it worse. You have to take a break from it. But you can't tell her anything. So. Tell them that weed ain't doing it but making it worse for you. That's why your throat fucked up now. Shit done drained down to your throat. Yep. She's talking about this, the pharmacist told her it's good to get vitamin E when you sick. Yeah, but did you tell him you smoke weed? He would have told you, stop smoking that shit for a couple of days, you'll feel a lot better. Shit they get out nowadays, you don't know what the fuck they put in that shit. All they doing is changing the packaging for marketing. Right? Can y'all hear me? Can anybody hear me out there? For some reason I always have a sound trouble. YouTube sometimes. What up, Kane? What up, Josh Chris? Can you hear me out there, Josh Chris? Kane? Somebody let me know if y'all hear me. Alright. I appreciate it. I'm making a natural remedy for a cold throat, stuff like that. It's natural juice for it. I've been using this recipe for almost 5 years now, and it's guaranteed to work. I ain't never had nobody tell me it ain't work. I was selling this when COVID was out. And it was knocking that COVID shit right out of people. So I know. I made this to myself. I had COVID twice. Had this shit here. Feel like a new man. showing y'all pre-recipe. Ain't free, this the recipe. Make this for yourself. You feeling sick? Well, if you are sick, make this shit, I guarantee you, 24 hours or even the same day. You gonna get up, start doing shit. Your energy gonna be back. Guarantee it. I stand by it. Anybody who I gave this recipe to, call me and tell me that shit. Like, man, whatever you gave me, that shit worked. It's the main ingredient of the show right here, baby. The ginger root. The main ingredient. Alright. Now we can start with the juice. Ain't much. We can cut up some more stuff. Well, I ain't gotta stop. Make a nice amount. You gotta make sure you use that lemon though, that lime. You gotta make sure you put both of them in there. This shit might be nasty, but trust me. I said, it's gonna work. You can leave some of the peelings on the orange too, because the peelings are good for you all as well. You gotta cut all of them off. Shit do get a little messy. Another main key ingredient, raw honey. Not that store-bought shit. It's raw. Enough to drink this on an empty stomach. Good job. Another key ingredient, cayenne pepper. get no better than that. Do the shots every day. I don't recommend drinking the whole thing at one time. Unless you're real sick. Pillows and all of it. Helps you when you need it. Trust me. Trust and believe me. The recipe is lemons, lime, green apples, oranges, cayenne pepper, and ginger, and raw honey. Mix that all up. I'll put it in the description when I'm done. You go on my page, there's several times for me making this recipe. Go look on my page. I made this recipe so many times. And like I said, she a little sick, so add a little blueberries for antioxidants. Sure. I'm just putting these in there for extra, but you ain't got to use these. You use these because you say she's sick, so. And you don't have to use the blueberries if you don't want to. All the other stuff, that's the main ingredient of it. You gotta use that in order for it to work. Saying about you being hungry, this is a juice remedy for when you're sick, not when you're being hungry. What y'all talking about? Once everything get done, put a little piece of ginger in there. Give it that kick. Alright, done. Pour it in the mixing bowl. I used to weigh 320 pounds. I started doing this juicing shit. Within about 4 months, I was down to 240. Just juicing. Juicing and eating small portions. Alright. Now, clean my shit up real quick. It's a mess. Anyway. Wipe up right quick. That's it. second. Pack everything. You take your cayenne pepper. I ain't gonna tell you how much. You just, hey, do what you do. Ain't no preference on how much. All that's said and done. Get your mix on. Gotta make sure it's all mixed together. The honey will sometimes sit at the bottom. I got this from a local farmer. See, he got a farm about an hour away from Michigan. He's local. He got all types of cows, everything, man. Showed me all types of stuff he got out there. Eggs, pasteurized eggs. That's it. Give you that kick. What you want. Like I said, you can make these, you can make a nice jug of it. Anybody looking for a good, real cold pressed apple juice, no concentrate, real. Great apple juice. Reuse it though. We're using the bottle. Recycle. You can do you a shot of this every day, I guarantee you. Smoking that weed, forgetting my bottles in the freezer, and bitch is busting on me. Amazon got them. Like I said, you don't want to do too much. Vitamin C will have you running off going to the bathroom. So you don't want to do too much. About a shot, the most, or two. That's it. You're blaming me. That guy told me about that fucking orange recipe and fucked my stomach up. Oh, you fucked your own stomach up because you already did it. That's the final product. Right there. That's medicine. Real medicine. Put it in the freezer. That's real medicine. Now I'm about to. Shit, my last meal was at 6 o'clock in the evening. I ate dinner. So now I'm about to make me some of these steak bites, eggs, and potatoes. Yes, sir. Quiet. Get y'all a snack. Here, mama. These good treats for the dogs. Blueberries, great treats for the dogs. Healthy option. Wash these dishes real quick. Start the cook process. That's it. Yes, as a man, I do wash dishes and clean up. I ain't one of them jackasses. Oh, that's a woman's job. No, that's everybody's job. Unless you're going to be nasty and have roaches and shit. Rats and mice. You as a parent have to show your kids responsibility. I don't give a damn if you're rich or whatever. If you don't, you'll have a problem on your hands later on in life. Trust and believe that. Entitled kid is the worst kid ever. Especially if you got to run into a person that came from nothing to something. Oh boy. You in for a long ride. Please, folks. Don't have your kid entitled out here and don't know shit. Some basic shit. Basic household chores. You gotta make sure your kids know basic household chores. I was a kid, right? I went to a suburban. First, I went to a city school. I was, I grew up in the hood, so I knew all the gang members, this, that, and the third. So that's who I hung around. I got kicked out of Detroit school. They talking about we was associated with a gang. I was never in a gang. Those was the guys from my neighborhood. I wasn't in the gang, personally. But I got kicked out of Detroit school, so I was sent to move with my aunt in a suburban school area. No, that does not help with heartburn because of the citric acid. It's not what I told you it works for. It only helps. It only helps you if you got the flu, a cold, or sinus infection. That's it. Back to the story. So I went to out the kitchen. I went to school in a suburban school, coming from the city. Now I get in there the first day. Everybody looking at me, standing off to the side. I don't know nobody. So whatever the case, I started fitting in, meeting different people, and so shit. Coming from the city, I was a hustler. I'm gonna be honest with you. I sold weed while I was in high school. And that's how I started making all the friends. But when I tell you, when I got to this fucking school, the first day, I looked, I'm like, damn, there's a lot of teachers in this school because the parking lot was full of cars everywhere. So when I go in, I'm like, damn, this is a big ass school. So I asked the counselor at the time, I'm like, damn, that's all the teachers who park out front? She looked at me and was like, oh no, that's all of our students. I'm like, what? I'm talking about brand new fucking high-end cars, all type of shit. Lexuses, Benzes, it was all new cars, bro. Just tell you all just from Grosse Pointe. They got money out there. So I never experienced nothing like it. But when I tell you this, coming from a Detroit school going out there, I was so far behind. They put me in like slow classes, like I was LD, because I was behind like a motherfucker. Because the curriculum wasn't adding up. But I ended up getting a job at the big boys when I worked and went to school. It was right up the street from the high school. They hired me. And when I tell you, they used to give those kids from Grosse Pointe a chance to come in there and work. They didn't know how to sweep a floor. They didn't know how to mop. They didn't know how to take out trash. They didn't know how to make mop water, shovel. They didn't know how to do none of that shit. Nothing. The fucking manager used to always come get me like, oh, I got another new kid you got to train from your school. Da-da-da-da. And I used to be like, man, this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. So please don't have an entitled child that don't know nothing. I don't give a fuck if you are rich. You still have to make them do something. No, you drink that shit, you're going to really have heartburn. It's citric acid in it. And hell no, it's not going to help for heartburn. Come on now, people. You and I both know you can't have any of that type of stuff. Yes, there's a lot of vitamins in that what I just made. Raw vitamins. Not concentrated, not shortcutted, nothing. Raw, nothing but vitamins. So pass it along. Please do. Please do. I got another recipe for you too. With beets. Yes, the burgundy beets. They're nasty, but hey, I'm gonna tell you, you won't be able to taste it with this recipe. You get you some either pink lady apples or some regular red apples, lemon, and beets. And you can add, I usually add turmeric and ginger to it too. I forgot, let's see if I had turmeric. Yep, I do have turmeric. One thing I forgot, turmeric is a good source. Turmeric is a real good source for vitamins as well. This is real good too. You can add it to any of the juice. Every juice I make, I put turmeric and ginger in every juice. I just forgot, I was rushing. I forgot to put the turmeric in there. So put the turmeric in there. I told y'all this. Tell you not. Turmeric. Yeah, rich parents, man. That's how it be though. But again, if your kid entitled, they're gonna be fucked up. Just because you're rich, don't mean you have to live in the world. I watched a guy who owned a law firm. I think it's called Morgan and Morgan. He said the worst thing he could have did was give his son everything he asked for. So that was the worst thing he could have did as a millionaire. Or he's a billionaire actually. He owns a law firm. He said that was the worst thing he could have did. He said his daughter was not entitled. He made her earn everything she got pretty much. He said his son, that was the worst he could have did. He made him entitled. Don't take much turmeric or ginger. The rich kids, they're something different. It was a good experience for me though. It was a very good experience for me. I learned a lot. I made a lot of friends. Those places I go now to this day. And fucking all of the kids from that era when I went to school knows me. They'll call me out anywhere we at. Hey, Juwan! They know me. great experience. I'm gonna tell you what they did. They had a private investigator follow me because I was using my honor dress and going to school out there. They had a private investigator follow me, take pictures and shit of me, going to the city back and forth on the bus, and they ended up kicking me out of the fucking school my senior year. And I was due to graduate. So I never graduated. I just recently went back to school at 41 years old and got my high school diploma. Now I'm working on my bachelor's degree. Yeah, that's true. They did have rich parents. That is very true. But they still didn't work for none of the shit they had. They was in, like I said, they was entitled. I used to go in fucking mansions, man. That shit was crazy. To go in a fucking, you never even see the parents. The kids had a whole wing to themselves. They would have parties, all type of shit. We had 4 students die. When I was there, they went to lunch doing fucking nitrous acid or whatever the fuck they was doing. They was doing some heavy drugs. And the girl had crashed into a tree high. But her fucking father owned the fucking marina at the time on Jefferson in Detroit. So she killed 2 of the students in the car with her. Fucked herself up. She was in the hospital for like 6 months. Part of being entitled, I guess. Shit was crazy. Yeah, ginger is great. I ain't restrict your message. But y'all stay safe, stay positive, stay strong, stay real, man. Don't let nobody steal your joy. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. I'm out.